it was an interesting confession made there. Like, it seems like he's not very happy that it's like in the three of the boards we have the same position, because it's already kind of a very obvious opening development. Right?
Yeah, I think he was also typically Magnus's kind of humor, cynicality, and that already freestyle chess has ended, so we have to find a new variant. Yes, because as he mentioned, yeah, the c4, c5, b3, b6 is so natural, so tempting, especially for him, that he considers that since white was the one who was able to break in the center first, with d4, c takes d4, queen takes d4, he activates the queen, and he says that I'm trying to play a hedgehog type of position. If I'm able to establish a Maroczy bind with future e4, knight c3, and then develop the pieces, then white will have the upper hand, and probably he is unsure how black can really stop that. He's enjoying his position. That's why I also said that I don't know exactly why Vincent overruled my judgment. I was being very honest. I was sharing my absolute deep feelings that yes, definitely c4, c5, b3, b6, d4 is the way. I saw that Magnus was highlighting in a preparation that d4 is kind of the key. I'm loving the fact that we activated the queen, and he seems to be happy.
Well, indeed, and I see the position, look at the position, and I see that it can be easily the situation that we end up having the two knights to f3 and c3, having rook on d1, the other one from h1 jumps and castles to f1, e4, and indeed we have a very good position for white, very similar what we our understanding is about the Maroczy bind type of position, and white has great space advantage. At the same time, the bishop is on b8, which can be already useful because sometimes it makes a lot of maneuvering from e7, d8, c7 to get there. Probably black is not in a rush to play d6 because that would close the bishop. And while talking about this, it's also interesting that he noticed that Vincent, he's not agreeing with him, so he's going on his own road and path, right? So if Vincent will be successful today in this game and win against Nakamura, the top guys will remember that, okay, this guy is going off the routes, we showed him how to do it, and he goes on his own footsteps.
Yeah, shows confidence, yeah, that I don't try to get advantage by listening to Magnus. cannot hold on to this b4 pawn for too long, but yeah, this is also a lovely little detail that there will be a pin on the b8 rook.
Yeah, again we are seeing and witnessing, well, rook a6, threatening with knight b4 suddenly, knight f4.
A double attack.
Though,
just move the rook no matter where.
well, maybe rook, no.
In the meantime, the smoke has settled in Vincent's game against Hikaru. Now it's a completely winning endgame for Hikaru, so there are absolutely no surprises. I think Vincent is just playing out of frustration.
No, he will resign probably.
Yes,
Right now.
I'm expecting resignation, and that means that Hikaru, with a powerful performance, secures his spot in the final.
Yeah, I think the game has just ended if you want to go there.
No, we stay here on Magnus, of course. Yeah, he's playing now rook tb3. If you have already were loyal to this game because of the time scramble, and of course, yeah.
But, I thought for a second that it's a blunder, but it's not, because now the 8th rank is, the weakness shows from b8 when...
Yeah, knight c5, rook b4, rook takes f6, rook b8 checkmate, so the b4 pawn is falling. We might be seeing resignation also here. Time is ticking down.
And we have a victory already for Hikaru because Vincent did resign, and this is the last game of the semi-finals. We are witnessing that probably it seems that there is not going to be playoff
For the final.
for the finals.
Yes. Yes, so knight f8 played out of total desperation. Yeah, Fabi is looking around. Should I resign? Probably I should resign. And he will, yes.
Wow, what a game.
Yeah, fantastic game. Okay, it felt like Magnus had lost the control. He could have finished the game probably earlier, but then the way how he again created this masterpiece.